Hello. My name is Tristan Boudreaux, and I'm with,
Brooklyn Fairley.
and I'm gonna give her an interview about psychology. Let's get to it. So, what is psychology?
To me, psychology, I break up the word psychology. Psych meaning the mind, ology meaning the study of. So psychology is the study of the mind. That can branch into like neurological things, disorders, personality, why people act the way that they do, how like certain actions and events can influence their future experiences. Yeah.
Yeah, with me, it's like psychology aims to understand the mental process and emotional aspect of a person to see how they move and function. And like it goes to a certain point where every single thing matters. So where how you look at somebody, how you walk, how you talk, how you just carry yourself. And if you can learn how to do that, you can understand a person and prevent a lot of things in life.
Okay.
Why is psychology important?
To me, psychology is important because I think it just goes back to the definition. It's the study of the mind. The mind is to me, the most strongest muscle in the human body. So we have to exercise it, keep it healthy and stuff, as well as learn other people's minds. That will keep, everyone happy. I don't know, like, yeah, it's important. It's important. It's important.
I say, well, I have some bullet points of why it's important, from understanding behaviors, from like clear looking at you, look like you're having a great time, how you're smiling, laughing, help me understand how you're feeling in a way. Mental health, mental health is a most important thing nowadays. A lot of people going through things from social media to life, as an athlete. The mental is probably the most important thing. I go through things. You went through things. You probably still do. So we can go into that more. But yeah, that's the other thing. Improving relationships. Like everything not be perfect. Relationships never gonna be perfect. But if you learn about the mind, you learn how your partner thinks and process, it can build that a lot. Enhancing education. Like with kids, everybody learn different. I have ADHD. I learn a different way. I'm a visual learner. So I can't just, you tell me and I do it. I gotta like watch you do it and like process it before I learn. So if you learn psychology, then you can teach in different ways. You can teach them how to learn in different ways. That makes sense. And workplace efficiency, again, I have ADHD. Like I can't just sit down. I gotta move around. So if I'm doing like an office job, my efficiency probably gonna suck. I probably gonna fall asleep. So that's why when I had my job, like I moved around, I sweep the floors, I pick up boxes, move things. So just learn about the mind and how people think. You can put them at their strengths, not their weakness. And got two more. Personal development.
So you said before that being a student athlete, psychology and mental health is very important to you. Why do you think it's so important?
Because in my 3 years ago, sophomore year, something bad happened to me where my mental was off. I couldn't perform, and I was at the verge of like freaky, like I want to quit and stuff like that. And I needed someone help. My dad, and he helped me get out of it. Like that stuff, you be sad, you be bummed out, you don't want to do nothing. Like I didn't say nothing about suicidal. That's a different level, but I was very bummed out why I didn't want to play. And that's my passion. So you lose your passion. Like that's why the mental is a big thing. There's some people neglect it. Or like, oh, you fine, but it's really not. Like some people, they have the mental strength to beat it, but some don't, and they do other things.
So how did your dad help you get out of that funk, so to say?
Pep talks, got me away from the situation. Is with a female. Got me out of the situation, and like my biggest mental thing that helped me is music. That's why I always play music. I don't have earbuds right now, but I was listening to music. That what got me out of it.
Okay.
Music helped me out of it, and just with my dad, and just kept training, working out, get my mind off of it, and I got back.
That's good.
Yeah. That was a crazy time. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, and helping my development, my personal development, it aids to my character. Like that, from sophomore year to now, it changed me to like a huge extent where I'm way more mature than where I was. Like, you know, your Canada event, that's my Canada event, where I went through some and I learned from it, and like it changed me as a person. And my social life, it changed my social life too. I don't talk that much. That got me to a point, like I said, I don't know a lot of people, I be in my own world. I take care of my business and I leave. So that changed my social life too, where it was like, there's no point. I'm not still talk to you, but I don't explore.
Do you think that your growth in mental health, like, helped your social life or kind of hindered it?
It has its pros and cons because I'm way more observative now. So I mean, you know, I don't just jump in, hey, what's good, what's good, or something be happening. Mm-hmm. So that's why, you know, I still, you know, what's up, you know, and I still talk, but I don't overdo it. Like, I don't always go out, you know, people get hurt and so I don't always go out. But if I get invited, I'll see it, I'm free now, and I'll go. So I feel like it has its pros and cons. I mean, now I don't just dive into things. I have a different mindset when it comes down to stuff, as well as females. I have a different mindset with things like that. So it has its pros and cons.
Okay.
How did you learn psychology?
I actually have a bachelor's degree in psychology, so yeah, I'm pretty passionate about the topic. I had my own fair shares of I call them like timeouts. I had like life timeouts where I just had to step back, focus on like myself, figure out where the problem is, how do I assess the problem and still have a good outcome at the end. So psychology, that's why it's important to me, because I've personally been affected by mental health and all the different aspects that come with mental health, whether that's like emotional, physical, social, all of that. So
how long did it take you to learn psychology, to your certain extent, to understand it?
I feel like with psychology, you're learning something new every day. The mind is always developing and changing, so you never just stop learning psychology. You never stop learning behaviors or different patterns of people. It's an interchanging degree. That's why I really like it.
For me, it was mostly website, books, research, taking questions and this, but there's a lot of research where I heard things before and I learned something new, where it's like, it's pretty interesting. And like, I do want to learn about the mind, learn people, because I'm not the most social person, but at least learn to get friends with friends and say, yeah, I'm kind of warm myself, so I try to learn.
Okay, so like, what's your favorite part about psychology?
I mean, just learn about the mind and emotions. Like, learn how to read people. I try to read somebody to understand and like see your intentions and stuff. There's some people that's good at hiding it, or some people that express it a lot, like to find out if they're lying. People a lot of different ways. Mm-hmm. So people lie about when they look, or some twitch, or it's like moving, like you know, or like you can't look at someone in the face when they lie. That's common. So just learn like that really, and just learn how to read people.
That's cool. I like that.
Have you ever had a story about where you got bummed out at some point with your mental health or messed up?
Yeah, it was after my high school graduation, and I think I just had, and it was like, and I do, not to blame it on COVID, but COVID does have an aspect of it because we were locked in, I couldn't see my friends, I couldn't go to work, all that good stuff. So me being like a social butterfly, being locked in, that kind of had like an impact on me. Yes, and then being a student athlete, graduating, and then really like having to motivate myself to work on myself. That was like a growth journey for myself. As I got out of graduation, I dealt with like body dysmorphia. I had like an eating disorder at the time. I just didn't love myself. And so, yeah, that was a pretty dark time. And then I had a crazy ex, and yeah, that's another story for another day, but on top of all of that, so just like the body issues, the boyfriend issues, the COVID issues, all of that, and then just being a 19-year-old by myself trying to figure out like what is life, that was a lot on me. And so that took a heavy toll for a good year or so, but I moved to a different location, I found different friends, I found a support group. As I was in college and learning different psychology, I was learning the different mental health resources to help myself out. I also like to listen to music to calm myself down. And then I really learned that like working out is a great way to like self-regulate my emotions, bring me back grounded. Yeah, that's a little bit of my story.
Yeah, that kind of that's real. So I told you I had knee surgeries, right? And I remember my first one, the hospital, I was talking about how kids' mental health get bothered by that. And I wonder, I always wonder like why. And I learned that as a kid the kid brains develop different from adult. So once you stop being active, it actually alters the brain. It's like, oh, I'm done, or they get depressed or something. And like me personally, as a kid, my dad was always in my corner. So again, he always told me, this showed me if I really love the sport or not. If you actually want to get back quick, or you just want to be done. If you're done, you're done. And so like that's how my mental health then changed from that, because my dad, he keep me out the gutter. And so my first two surgeries, I was right. I was in 8th grade during COVID. In 8th grade, I had my first one during 8th grade, and the second one like right when I graduated 8th grade. And so I was fine. I was becoming a freshman in high school. I had a lot of time, and I worked my butt off.
There you go.
I worked my butt off and just kept my head up, and I got back quick. It sucked. I missed my freshman year of high school. I was supposed to be on varsity. I tried out, and it is what it is. I didn't make it in time, but sophomore year, I played high school. That was a little after the mental issue, but I had a great time playing high school. Then my third one, my most recent one, I was becoming a singer. It was last year. Now that affected my mental health because as I got older, I know I'm running out of time. And I got injured during the important showcase, had D1 offers, like everything was great, proving people wrong. I was gonna make it, go to college, D1, got a full ride. I lost it all from the surgery. And I was hurt, and I wasn't as hurt because I got told, oh yeah, if you do this right, you work hard enough, you get back, you can come back in October, and that's before a major showcase. Like, heck yeah, I still got time, I can make it. But sadly, it got postponed because my car list didn't give me time. And yeah, I was very hurt. I was hurt social. I distanced myself on no social media. I didn't talk to nobody. I was just hurt. And my dad, once again, the best dad as he can, that he is actually, he got me out of it again. And again, you want to stop or keep working. And so I got my head out the gutter and put in work. And so, things didn't go as planned during the season, but it showed me I still got some more in me. So I always say optimistic. So yeah, he helped me a lot with that. So again, every time my mental went down, I had my dad. That's crazy though. Surgery really can hinder your mental health. So a lot of things that's in psychology is personalities, but those come in positive and negative. So that's where personality disorders come in. So what are the personality disorders that you know?
I can just throw random ones at you, like OCD, schizophrenia, that one.
I know what you're talking about.
Wow, I really can't think of some off the top of my head. There's body dysmorphia is a personality disorder. Gender dysmorphia is a personality disorder. That's on the high rise today. But schizo, what I say, OCD, that's the main ones that I can think of.
Well, the ones I have on paper is borderline personality disorder.
Mm-hmm.
It's like where your emotions are triple in a sense. Like you can get irritated fast, and it's like a borderline. Like you always on the edge to explode.
Mm-hmm.
You got narcissistic personality disorder. It's when So actually, let me read this.
Narcissist. Do you know what a narcissist is?
I hear it all the time, but I would never get an example of it.
It's like, I wouldn't say like a really conceited person, but it's basically like a very conceited person. They think the world revolves around them. So they'll do certain things and certain actions that will only
Get attention.
Not even attention, but yeah, attention could be some of it, but some of it could just be like, just benefits for them at the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah. So if someone calls you a narcissist, they're basically like, oh, you think everything's all about you. It's yeah.
Okay. Antisocial. That's a personality disorder.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say I'm antisocial, but just I don't deal with people to some extent.
You can be antisocial, but not have antisocial disorder. Because that's like isolation.
Like how we say social battery now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that drains fast. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But antisocial is like where you distance yourself or you're angry. You like to be angry. A lot of people have antisocial disorder. They like doing crimes. Like, prime example, the Grinch. He had antisocial disorder.
He did.
He stole all the kids' presents and stuff like that. And it's not good to have that. Obsessive compulsive personality disorder. Don't know about that really either.
That's OCD.
Can you define that?
So the stigma about OCD is people think OCD is just like a clean, tidy person, but it's really just the repetitiveness of behaviors. So someone with OCD, like they have to flick the light switch on and off 5 times before they leave, or they have to like brush their hair a certain way a number amount of times before they do a certain task. Like it's really just the repetitiveness of behaviors. That's basically what OCD is.
Like,
it has nothing to do with cleanliness or organization.
So like being
Excuse me, Ms. B, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm going to 7-Eleven to get a quick snack. Would you like a snack?
I'm good. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Oh, so being like a clean freak.
Mm-hmm.
Does that count as OCD?
No,
No.
no. You're just a clean, tidy person. Because there's a lot of OCD people out there that have no sense of organization or cleanliness.
Okay. Being bipolar.
Mm-hmm.
Does that count as a personality disorder?
Mm-hmm. But people, the stigma about bipolar is they think it's just like hot and cold. Like, oh, I'm happy now I'm just mad now. Like, no. That's just having regular emotions. Someone with actual bipolar disorder can't control the shifts of their emotions. So whether it's like a graduation, they're probably like, someone with bipolar disorder, they'll probably like cry hysterically, even though it's a happy time and stuff. They don't know why they're crying or something like that. Or like it's a funeral and they're laughing. Like they just can't control that. It's a chemical imbalance in their brain. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And like, how would you define personality disorder?
A chemical imbalance in the brain. That's basically what it is. It's just there's some neurons in the brain that aren't connecting, or there's too many connections to one neuron that's like too much like hyperactivity in the brain, so to speak. Yeah. Like with OCD, that's like, I feel like that's more neurons connecting, that's where the repetitiveness comes from, rather than like schizophrenia or like multi-personality disorders. It's chemical imbalance. Long story short.
So do you think you can gain personality disorders and lose them? Like they can come and leave?
I do, but it all depends on like the traumatic experience before, during, and after.
Okay. Do you have any personality disorders?
Not that I've been diagnosed with.
Okay. I don't know about me. I don't know. I be thugging it out. You know, I can phrase it is what it is.
Like personality disorders, like they literally have like different profiles of people. Like a woman Like I watched this video of a woman that has like 12 different personalities, and it's like she has like, she can be a little girl, she can be a little boy, she can be an old man. Like it's not just like, oh, I'm happy and I'm sad. Like no, they're playing different lives in one body basically.
Are you familiar with YNW Melly?
Yes. He probably has some mental disorders going on.
Yeah, he say he have two people, Melly and Melvin. And
But see, that's just like an alter ego kind of thing. I don't think that's multiple personalities though. That could just be like an alter ego kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people mistaken personality disorders as alter egos.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I will say that. Yeah.
Well, that's all my questions. I want to shout out Miss B and thank her for her time. And I had a great time doing my research about this and asking questions. And do you have anything to say to Professor?
I love psychology. You teach a great class.
Thank you.
Thank you.